What's up guys, Cookie here. As I said in the top 8 heroes list, it's been a long time since the initial list was released, and it is time for an update to the villains list as well. A lot has changed since that original list, including the arrival of a new villain in Captain Phasma, as well as various nerfs and buffs. This list will be based on not only how good a character is in-game, but also how fair and balanced they are, as well as how much fun they are to play. So without further ado, let's get to the list. In dead last, it's Boba Fett. So yeah, there were some big changes since the last list. Boba Fett finished second in the original list, but Boba has been nerfed practically to death, and so this is what has happened. Boba's rocket barrage was once the best hero power in the game, and now it's barely effective at all. Plus, his jetpack has been changed to make him move faster, but it makes it far more difficult to shoot while in the air. Plus, Boba's jetpack will go out often for no apparent reason thanks to an unpatched glitch. Ion turrets also make a mess of Boba Fett, so he's just a shadow of his former self. Why DICE decided Boba needed to be nerfed into the ground, we may never know. Out of all nerfs and buffs that have been made, this is probably the worst. In 7th place is Emperor Palpatine. If you're looking to get a lot of kills, then Palps is your guy. But like I said in the intro, this list isn't all about getting kills. Balance also matters, and Palpatine is the most unbalanced character in the game, especially when upgraded with certain star cards. Palpatine has been begging for a nerf for about 3 months, but we're still waiting on that. Plus, the fact that the Emperor doesn't have a lightsaber is still upsetting to fans of the character, so that also is a point of contention. Hopefully one day DICE will pull the trigger on Palpatine, but until then, it's just broken old man balls. In 6th place is Kylo Ren. Kylo is a solid, faithful adaptation of his movie character, and he comes with some very cool and fun to use powers, like pull and freeze. Unfortunately, Kylo's frenzy is still considered one of the worst hero powers in the game. Kylo Ren is very good in Heroes vs. Villains thanks to his buffed up freeze ability, where Kylo still struggles is in Galactic Assault. Kylo still needs a health buff to make him really shine among the other villains, and until that happens, it's unclear how high he can actually go on this list. Plus, if you remove Kylo's mask, Kylo's voice just kind of falls apart, so that doesn't really help either. In at number 5 is Captain Phasma. Phasma came out of the gate a little sluggish in December, most notably because of a completely broken Staff Strike's power. Over a long period of time, the Staff Strikes have gone from completely useless to kinda useful, but still a major improvement. Her Survivor ability, paired with her heat vision scope and high-powered rifle with a very quick rate of fire, makes her a hard kill and a quick eliminator. Phasma really shines in Heroes vs. Villains thanks to her turret, which is very useful at freezing heroes, so Phasma and teammates can simply mow them down. A pretty reliable villain, to be sure. In at number 4 is Iden Versio. Back in November, she was easily the worst villain in the game, but times have changed. After months and months of being laughably bad, DICE finally gave Iden the buffs she needed. Of course, coming out of the gate, it turned her overpowered, but shortly after, she was nerfed back down to become a balanced yet competent hero. Her buzz droid is extremely deadly in Heroes vs. Villains, as it is the most effective way of disorienting and freezing enemies. Her pulse cannon now is much better in Galactic Assault, as well as her secondary fire, which can be simply terrifying as an enemy. Her shield is still not what it should be, but overall Iden Versio is a steep improvement from what she once was. Number 3 on this list is Bossk. There hasn't been a ton of changes to Bossk's character since the first list, but there was one that was very notable, which was improving the rate of fire on Bossk's rifle significantly, turning it from a simple sniper rifle to a gun that can be used in close combat as well. This improvement has greatly increased Bossk's effectiveness. Bossk also rises on the list just because I have personally come to enjoy Bossk more and more as I've played as him. His Dioxis and traps are solid powers, especially in Heroes vs. Villains. His Predator Instincts is a useful change of pace, and his sniper rifle is absolutely deadly. Plus, his ability to recharge all of his health is what really separates him from the pack. Number 2 on this list is Darth Vader. The odd thing is that even though Vader is number 2 on this list, he still could go for some improvements, like his Force Choke, which is still pretty messed up, and he might need a slight nerf to his health. But all that being said, Vader's tanking ability really does separate him from other heroes because he can take so many more hits than other heroes and villains. Plus, his tanking is so true to his character because it can make an infantry feel helpless against him, which feels like a faithful adaptation to me. His saber throw, paired with one of the best saber strikes in the game, go well with a buffed up Furious Rage, make him a truly terrifying force. And at number 1, it is still Darth Maul. Even though a lot has changed in this list, one thing is still the same. Darth Maul is the best. Maul embodies exactly what every hero and villain should. He has 3 powers that are all useful and fun. He can rack up the kills if you're smart with him, but can be killed if you're smart playing against him. His balancing is the best in the game, which is reflected by the fact that DICE has barely touched his character at all since release, other than randomly breaking his saber throw. Darth Maul also feels like a solid adaptation of the much beloved Sith from the movies and TV shows. Now we can just hope for some badass Darth Maul skins in the future. But in the meantime, let's just continue to enjoy this epic villain. So that's the list. Do you guys agree with me? Did I get something horribly wrong? Please let me know in the comments below. I just love being called an idiot. And just so you know, I haven't been smoking anything. Smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for more notifications. And as always, have an awesome day. I will see you guys next time.
Goopa noopa. Yep, yep.